Are we going into like a silver tsunami where we'll have more 65-year-olds than the age of 18 and under or something like that? I mean, are we prepared for that? It seems like we're
think
not.
I don't think we're prepared, and I use that stat all the time. For the first time in American history, in a couple years, by 2030, we will have more older adults than children for the first time ever in American in history. I use that stat all the time, and most people don't realize that. They're not
Hmm.
focused on this demographic, huge demographic shift that we have right now. And I think it has public policy implications. There's a lot of professions here now in which we have workforce shortages, but we still, you hear people in conversations still wondering, why isn't that person retired? People use that question all the time. Well, the reality is we need people to stay in the workforce longer. We don't have enough workers here in this country. So,
Hmm.
I think that we have to prepare ourselves for an older population and prepare ourselves for what does that mean? And if people are going to
Yeah.
spend 30, 40 years in retirement, how do you prepare not only mentally, but also financially for that kind of longevity?
And what a good conversation. I know I'm 35. I've got some ways, but it's really cool to understand the conversation on where we're going. Because I think when even you mentioned like people don't get it when we talk about there's going to be more older than younger. We don't, right? Because we're in the age where we don't see it, we don't care about it, but we're going to be at that point in our lives, whether it's us physically or our parents are getting there. I just talked about my mom, now being over 60. What does she have? Another 20, 30 years? What does that look like? We have to have these conversations a little bit more, right? We're all going to get older. We all know someone that we love that is going to need this care. And the work is already personal. Like to be quite frank, I really appreciate the time. Where can people find more information? I mean, things that you guys are doing. What's the website?
I mean, certainly go on lifespanrochester.org and you can look at all of our different offerings. But I will also say to people, we have connections with other agencies across the country. So if people, and we get these calls all the time, someone may live here in Rochester, but their parents live in Florida now. How do we get help there? We can connect people to those organizations that are closest to them. And really, our whole goal is to help older adults live fulfilling lives and help those family caregivers, those incredible people who are caring not only for their older parents and children, get the support they need too to help their family member make the right decision.
I love this one. And it's time that we have to start wrapping up. But I do have a blind question for you. So I put you in the hot seat. Actually, this is the last question that we have here for you.
Sure.
So hopefully you enjoyed your conversation. But what's a one moment of care someone showed you that changed you forever?
Wow, that is incredible. One moment of care. That is a very good question. I would say every single day I get to see older adults, and this happened a couple months ago during the SNAP crisis, so SNAP was suspended for a
Yeah.
while. And I saw a bunch of very low income older adults emptying out their cupboards to bring donations to our food cupboard and them saying, I can get through the weekend. So whatever was extra, I'm going to give to somebody else. And I thought, that is just incredible that these individuals who don't have enough food themselves are making uh, it enough so that somebody else can eat. And,
Hmm.
when I thought about that caring moment, I thought if everybody in this country was as caring as those individuals, uh, it would be a better place to live.
You say that, and I feel like America is that. I mean, I know that we don't see it and sometimes we don't feel it, but I mean, look what happened during the pandemic and how people were able to come together. And of course, there was the other side of it as well. But I do feel that as America, if we're just educated enough, if we really get to spend more time caring for others and have a little bit more empathy, we all have a story. We are going through something today. So I love that story. And yes, I wish more people can do that. Like, we wouldn't have so much anxiety, depression, and feeling alone, all these different things if we just show up. Sometimes just have a conversation, say hello to people. Like, that's it, So, and kudos to you for almost 3 decades of doing this work. Like, what? How many more decades do you think you got, Ann?
Well, let's do this again in 10 years, then I'll let you know.
All right, let's do it in 10 years. And thank you so much, guys. If you guys are still watching, make sure that you guys do like, subscribe, and comment. This has been Ann, and we appreciate your time. And listen, if 10 years we're still doing podcasts and you're still in that same seat, I'm coming for you.
Awesome. I
Guys,
look forward to it.
all right, guys, take it easy. We'll see you guys in the next one. Laters.